Yo, what's going on, everybody? I'm late. I'm late. I'm late. I just got through getting myself together, but I'm back again. This is pretty much a watch party. I should have titled it a watch party, but let me see what round we in. We got Rigondeaux versus Casimero. You know, round number 8. You guys let me know who you got winning the fight so far. You know what I'm saying? Because like I'm saying, I'm late to this fight. I'm late to the fight, and it's like 18 seconds left in the 8th round. So I'm just tuning in. I had to go make a run, had to get myself together because I just got through doing live commentary for the Mean Machine Kavaliauskas versus Virgil Ortiz fight. Just got through doing live commentary, so I'm back again. But it seemed like I'm real late, you know, catching this fight. You know, the Casimero versus Rigondeaux fight. You know, but you guys let me know. You who you got winning the fight so far. You guys let me know. Guys, let me know who you got winning the fight. Let me go. If anybody want to join, you know, I'm gonna just pick up. This is round number 9. They're going into round number 9. I'm gonna put the link in the chat for anybody that want to join me. But this is round number 9. Sorry guys, I'm late. Like I said, I just got through doing live commentary for the last for Virgil Ortiz. I just got through doing live commentary for the Virgil Ortiz Jr. versus Mean Machine Kavaliauskas fight. You know, which was a great fight. Now I'm doing live commentary. So Casimero is coming. Casimero. Oh, good body. Oh, good. That was a good body. A good hook to the body by Rigondeaux. Good hook to the body by Rigondeaux. We in round number 9. You guys let me know who you got winning this fight. You know, I'm just tuning into this fight. I had to go make a run. I'm just tuning into this fight. Casimero attempts a 3-punch combination, but Rigondeaux was able to make a miss. He attempts another 2-punch combination, but Rigondeaux was able to make a miss. He attempts a left hook, but Rigondeaux was able to make a miss. He attempts another wide hook, but Rigondeaux was able to make a miss. Rigondeaux was using good footwork. He tried to attempt a hook to the body. Rigondeaux with a good jab by Rigondeaux, very effective. Good hook to the body by Casimero. That was very effective. He actually landed. He actually hit Rigondeaux. He actually hit Rigondeaux with that shot. He was effective. Casimero attempts a big left hook, but Rigondeaux was able to make a miss. Oh, nice left hand by Rigondeaux. Nice counter straight right. No, I'm sorry. Nice counter straight left hand by Rigondeaux. Was able to catch Casimero coming in. Rigondeaux is moving around the ring. He's moving around the ring. Casimero tries to attempt a hook to the body, but was blocked by Rigondeaux. Sorry guys, I'm just tuning into this fight. I just got back, but I just a while ago I was doing live commentary for the Virgil Ortiz Jr. And so if you guys missed that, go check that out. For the Virgil Ortiz Jr. fight against Mean Machine Kavaliauskas, Casimero is coming on strong with the 2-punch combination, but Rigondeaux is making him miss and using good footwork. He attempts another 2-punch combination, but wasn't effective. Rigondeaux was able to make a miss. They both attempts hooks to the body, but those shots wasn't effective. My brother Terry Harrell is back in the building. Much love and respect, bro. And who you got winning the fight? Who you got winning the fight, Terry? If you is you watching the Rigondeaux? Is you watching the Guillermo Rigondeaux against against Casimero? Is you watching that fight? Who y'all got winning this fight? I'm just tuning in. This is round. What round is this? John Riel Casimero versus Guillermo Rigondeaux. Rigondeaux with the two-punch combination was very effective. Casemiro's trying to attack the body. He's trying to dig down to the body, but those shots are being. But Rigondeaux is making him miss those shots. Casimero attempts a jab, but Rigondeaux was able to block it. He attempts a hook, a wide hook, but Rigondeaux was able to make him miss. They got Casimero, so they got the total of 85 to 86. They got Casimero up by 1 point. But like I said, I'm just tuning in to the fight. You know, I'm sorry I'm late, guys. Rigondeaux, good jab by Rigondeaux. Another good jab by Rigondeaux. Rigondeaux is pretty much sticking and moving. Casimero attempts a wide left hook, but Rigondeaux was able to make a miss. Casimero is trying to hunt down Rigondeaux. Rigondeaux is pretty much using good footwork, moving around the ring. He's frustrating. He's look like he's frustrating Casimero. Casimero attempts a jab, but Rigondeaux was able to make a miss. Oh, Casimero attempts the left hook. Rigondeaux was able to slip that punch. Good jab by Rigondeaux. Casimero tries to attempt a hook to the body, but Rigondeaux was able to make a miss. Casimero attempts a jab, but wasn't effective. Rigondeaux jab to the body was very effective. Good jab by Rigondeaux was very effective. Good job by Casimero. Casimero attempts a two-punch combination. Rigondeaux was able to knock him off balance with a right hook. Good right hook by Rigondeaux. Casimero attempts a jab, but wasn't effective. Rigondeaux was able to make a miss. Casimero attempts a two-punch combination, but wasn't effective. Rigondeaux was making a miss. Good job by Rigondeaux. Casimero attempts a jab, but wasn't effective. Rigondeaux was able to make a miss. Oh, good. Oh man, that was a big left hand by Rigondeaux. That was a beautiful counter left hand by Rigondeaux. And Casimero tries to answer back, but Rigondeaux was able to slip that wide hook, or like it was a wide hook Casimero tried to hit Rigondeaux with. Rigondeaux was able to slip that punch. Rigondeaux is doing a good job at making Casimero miss. And he's setting him up. He's pretty much setting him up for that left hand. That straight left hand. You know, he's setting him up. Rigondeaux was able to hit him with a few good jabs, and it was like a right hook that knocked him off balance. I most definitely gave that round to Rigondeaux. I believe Rigondeaux won the previous round. What round we in? Hold on. What round is this? What round is this? Yeah, guys. So like I said, guys, I'm sorry I'm late. I just got through doing live commentary. For the Virgil Ortiz, man. That was it was a great job. Great job by both fighters, man. Great performance. Um, Virgil Ortiz was able to finish with the TK. Was able to finish Kavaliauskas Mean Machine by TKO in the eighth round with a TKO in the eighth round with an eighth round TKO. I shall say that was a great fight. So now we're doing this fight. We're doing this fight against Casimero and Regan versus Rigondeaux. You know what I mean? And I'm just I'm just tuning in to the fight. So Kano Got Bars is in the building. Much love and respect, my brother. Welcome to the live stream. Kano Got Bars. What up, bro? What's going on, bro? How you feeling? How you doing? What's good, my brother? Round number 11. Casimero attempts a three-punch combination but wasn't effective. He attempts a three-punch combination but wasn't effective. He attempts a wide left hook. Then he attempts a straight. Casemiro's coming on with combinations, but those punches are being blocked by Rigondeaux. Rigondeaux had him in the chokehold. See, like Rigondeaux was trying to set Casimero up with the big left hand. He's trying to set him up with that big left hand. Casimero comes forward with a two-punch combination, but wasn't effective. Good jab by Rigondeaux. Casimero attempts a wide left hook, but wasn't effective. Rigondeaux did a good job at making a miss. He tries to attempt a hook. Casimero tries to attempt a hook to the body, but Rigondeaux was able to miss. Casimero tries to attempt a right hook, a left hook. I'm sorry, but Rigondeaux made a miss. Rigondeaux is using good head movement. He's using good footwork, and he's making Casimero miss. Rigondeaux attempts a left hand, tries to attempt a straight right lead to the body. Then he tries to attempt a straight right lead to the head, but Casimero was able to make a miss. Good jab by Casimero to end that round. Kano Got Bars said watching the fight right now, but what up, bro? Watching this fight too, man. Watching a good fight. I just got through doing live commentary for a very good fight. You know, before I was late to this fight because I had to most definitely go handle some business and make a run and get something to drink and get something to eat before coming back doing another live with this fight, the Casimero versus Rigondeaux fight. So I just got to doing live commentary, man, and you know, I was going in. You know what I mean? It was a great fight too. Virgil Ortiz was able to finish the fight with the 8th round TKO over Kavaliauskas, over Mean Machine. It was a great performance by both fighters. Mean Machine came to fight. It was a great fight. Congratulations to Virgil Ortiz Jr. with the victory. You know what I mean? What round is this? So we're in round number. This is the last round, I believe. Yeah, round number 12. Who you guys got winning the fight though? Who you guys got winning the fight? I want to know. Because I came into this fight round number 8. You know, I came into this fight late, round number 8. So who you guys winning? I think Rigondeaux won the last 2 rounds in my eyes. Matter of fact, hold on. Let me see, 9, 10, 11. Yeah, he won the last 3 rounds. I didn't catch a whole lot of round number 8. I can't. It was kind of somewhat of a close round, but I didn't catch the full round. But like Rigondeaux most definitely won round number 9, 10, and 11 in my eyes. Casimero attempts a 2-punch combination, but Rigondeaux was able to make a miss. Casimero attempts a jab, but Rigondeaux, good head movement by Rigondeaux. He was able to make a miss. Casimero attempts a 2-punch combination. Good job by Rigondeaux by avoiding those two punches. Casimero is talking to Rigondeaux, telling him to hit him on the chin. Rigondeaux has to let his hands go. Casimero attempts a 3-punch combination, but it wasn't effective. Good job at Rigondeaux avoiding those shots with good footwork and good head movement. Rigondeaux needs to use the jab to set up that left hand, and then use the jab to go down to the body, then go back up top. You know, set him up with a 2-punch, 3-punch combination, or set him up with the counter left hand. Use the jab. Be busy with the jab. Jab to the head. Jab to the body. Be busy, Rigondeaux. Come on, man. Come on, man. Come on. Rigondeaux is now talking to Casimero. Rigondeaux hits Casimero with 2 jabs. Was very effective. Casimero attempts a left hook, but wasn't effective. Rigondeaux was able to slip was able to slip that punch. Casimero was chasing down Rigondeaux. He attempts a 2-punch combination, but wasn't effective. Rigondeaux believed he got the fight won, and I didn't like what I saw in the last couple of rounds. Rigondeaux, I believe, probably because of those last rounds, I don't know what happened in round 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and I only caught half of round 8. But for what I saw, Rigondeaux did win round 9 because, like I said, I came to the fight late. Rigondeaux won round number 9, 10, 11, and he won round 12. You know, Casimero was missing a lot of shots. He barely landed anything in those last couple of rounds. Rigondeaux was able to hit him with a few shots here and there, and he was the more effective fighter between the two. You know, not necessarily the busier fighter, but the more effective fighter. He was able to land. Casimero wasn't able to land wasn't able to land anything. So if you give Rigondeaux those rounds, and I don't know how many rounds you guys tell me who won those earlier rounds. Who won those earlier rounds? I have my brother Brendan Smith. My brother Brendan Smith said I have Rigo easy. Okay, so Brendan Smith asked, I need to know, man, who won? Who you think won? Like how many rounds you gave Rigondeaux? How many rounds you gave Rigondeaux? Because like I said, I'm coming to the fight late. I came in at like round number 8, and was only like a minute left. You know, so like Brendan Smith, like how many rounds? So Brendan Smith said he gives Rigondeaux 7 rounds. I gave Rigondeaux the last 4 rounds. Round number 9, 10, 11, and 12. He wasn't busy. He wasn't busy enough, but he landed. He landed more shots, and he landed pretty much more shots and more effective, more accurate, more effective. Between the two, Casimero barely landed anything on Rigondeaux the last four rounds. The last 4 rounds I was able to see, you know, like I said, I just got back, you know, had to go grab something to eat and get something to drink. Had to make a quick run up the street, you know, because I just got through covering and going in and doing live commentary. You guys know already. Just some of you guys was already here. I mean, some of you guys was here earlier, was with me earlier. I mean, a while ago, probably an hour ago. So, But Brendan Smith said he got it 7 rounds for Rigondeaux. So you see it 7 rounds to 5. 7 rounds to 5, huh? Okay. Yeah. So they have a split decision. A split decision. 115, 113 for Rigondeaux. 116, 116, 117. One judge got it 116, 112 for Casimero. 117 to 111. And still champion. And still champion. So Riel Casimero wins. He retains WBO bantamweight title. He retains his WBO bantamweight title. So Riel Casimero wins by split decision. So Guillermo Rigondeaux has tasted defeat for the second time. This is his second loss. Wow. Rap Star Boxers and let's go, Andrew. Back. Yeah, brother, I'm back, bro. He said, let's go, Andrew, back. Yeah, bro. Hey, Rap Star. Hey, Rap Star, who you think won the fight? Did you feel it? Did you feel it was a robbery, or did you feel the right man won the fight? Did you feel Riel Casimero won the fight? Rap Star. Let me put that link. You know what I'm saying? I gotta hear from my brother Rap Star, man. Put that link in the chat. Rap Star, we gotta talk, man. Did you feel Rigondeaux won the fight, or do you feel like the right man won the fight? It was a split decision win for Riel Casimero. You know, we gotta talk, man. We gotta talk. It says my brother Rap Star Boxing Knowledge says, give me 10 minutes, please. I got you, brother. We gotta talk about this, man. I want to know so we already know my brother Brendan Smith felt. My brother Brendan Smith, he felt that Guillermo Rigondeaux won the fight 7 rounds to 5. Come on, I need to hear. Other than Brendan Smith, who you guys think won the fight? Who you guys think won the fight? I need to know from you guys in the chat who you guys think won the fight. You know, did you think that did you guys think that Riel Casimero did enough to win the fight, or do you guys feel that Guillermo Rigondeaux was robbed? I need to know from y'all in the chat. Y'all gotta talk to me, man. Y'all gotta talk to me. Y'all gotta talk to me. I gotta talk to me. Guillermo Rigondeaux felt he wanted the fight, but I don't know. I don't know, man. I feel that he should have let his hands go a little bit more, man. He should have let it. He should have made it more convincing. I mean, I just got to keep it real. He should have made it more convincing. You didn't make it. You didn't. Sometimes judges look for a fighter, man, that's really busy. That's really busy, letting his hands go. Even if you could be outpointing your opponent, if you could be outpointing your opponent or outlanding him, you know what I mean. But still, you got to make it more convincing. You gotta make a statement, man. You gotta be busy. Let your hands go. You know what I mean? Let your hands go. It's good to be accurate. It's good to be effective, but you gotta let your hands go. You know, I gotta keep it real that John Riel Casimero was letting his hands go. He was like pressing the attack. You know, sometimes they don't like when a fighter just moving around the ring and not being as busy enough. You know, not being as busy enough. You gotta let your hands go. I mean, you gotta throw flurries. You gotta throw combinations. You know, I mean, you gotta go to the head, go to the body, boom, boom. Not just box and just move around the ring and avoid shots and slip punches and use good head movement and use good footwork at avoiding shots. You gotta let your hands go. You gotta be busy. I mean, for real. Because sometimes judges they see it differently, and sometimes judges might not be fair. Or they just have a certain way of judging the fight. They just have a certain way of seeing a fight, and they have a certain way of judging the fight. You know what I mean? So I don't know. They maybe they felt that Rigondeaux just wasn't busy enough. So one judge had it 115, 113 for Rigondeaux. One judge had it 117, 111 for Casimero. Wow. I don't know if I can agree with that scorecard. And one judge had it 116, 112 for Casimero. You know what I mean? I got to go back and rewatch the fight. But honestly, so here we go. We got people in the chat. We got my brother Brandon Smith. He said robbery, robbery, robbery. My brother Alex Alberto G. He said Monster destroy Casimero in 3 rounds. Alex Alberto said Alex Alberto G says Monster destroy Casimero in 3 rounds. Man, listen, Monster Inoue is a problem for any fighter in that weight class. A weight class a little above him or below, he's a problem. For weight class, listen, Inoue is a problem. Inoue is a beast. Not saying that John Riel Casimero wouldn't be able to get in there and give him a good fight. It's a good fight. It's a challenge. It's a fight, good fight for him. But yeah, Monster is a whole different animal. He has power. He can box. He's a good he's a technician. He's a good technical brawler. He's a good boxer puncher. He's a good inside fighter, good outside fighter. Good. I mean, the guy is a monster. Like Inoue is a problem, man. Like, don't get me wrong. It says not a robber. Rigondeaux only has himself to blame. Ronnie Shield told Rigondeaux to put it on him, and he refused to. Yeah, I feel you, Alex Alberto. Listen, Alex Alberto, man, I don't know if you home or where you at, but man, if you want to chop it up with me, man, get on here and you want to, you know what I mean, and have this. You know, I got at least 30 minutes left, you know, before I have to go. So I'm gonna put this link. Any one of you guys want to get on and talk about this, man? Talk about this fight. You guys are more than welcome to get on here and talk about this fight. You know, the link is right there. So you want to get on here and talk about this fight? What do you guys think? Do some of you guys think it was some guys? I know some of you guys saying it was a robbery. And what is next for Guillermo Rigondeaux? And who you think that John Riel Casimero should fight next? You know, like, come on, let's talk. Let's have this boxing talk. Let's have a good old boxing talk, good old boxing discussion. You know what I mean? So I'm gonna put that link right there in the chat. You guys can hop on, man. We can talk about this, man. You know what I mean? Because robbery, I don't know. Like I said, I got to go back. I got my brother Brennan. Oh, man, it says disconnect. The device is not connected. Oh, man, I got to get my brother Brennan. Brennan, leave and come back. Leave Leave and come back, brother. It says devices. Yeah, there you go. Leave and come back, bro, because I would love to have you on. Yeah, we got to talk about this, man. I'm waiting for my brother Rapstar Boxing Knowledge, but yeah, we got to talk about this, man. We got to talk about this. My brother Brendan Smith was trying to get on. Yeah, I would love to have you on, man. So just try to come back if you can. But it was saying that they couldn't connect. I was trying to bring you on. Yeah, any one of my brothers, man. Any one of you guys, if you guys want to. Alex Alberto. Okay, good. I got one of my brothers, man. Let's bring him on.
Hello, Mr. Andrew Tucker. How you doing?
Hey, how you doing, my brother? Welcome to the live stream, man. It's good to have you, Alex Alberto, man. Good to have you, my brother. So let me hold on. Let me get rid of some things on my computer so I can hear you. So I can hear you very, very well. Okay, so I can hear you good and clear now, my brother. So what you feel about this fight, man? I just got through covering. I had to go take a break and get something to drink, get something to eat, and I had to go make a run because I just got through covering the Virgil Ortiz and the Mean Machine Kavaliauskas fight. You know, which was a great fight, great performance by both fighters, and man, that was a way to finish. Virgil Ortiz was able to get the eighth round stoppage over Mean Machine Kavaliauskas. It was his first true test. It was a step-up fight. So I just got through covering that fight a little while ago, and so I was back, and I caught this fight at the last minute. I think I came in around round number 8, and I caught the last couple of rounds. I got to go back and rewatch the fight so I can give my honest assessment on the fight. So I can give pretty much break down the fight and and analyze. But what you think? Who you think? Do you think do you agree with the decision that John Riel Casimero won by split decision, or do you agree with one of the judges that he had it 116 to 111? Do you agree with that? And do you feel that that it was the right decision, that the right man won tonight?
Did the right man win? I don't think so. Did Casimero deserve to win? I don't think so. I think, but it's justified that scoring it for Casimero. It was not a robbery. You could have 117, 111. It's like, we know boxing. We knew that, if Rigondeaux would have left it to the judges the way he did, that it was possible there was going to be a wide scorecard in there. And Rigondeaux is he fought like Floyd Mayweather tonight. If Floyd Mayweather just refused to throw counter right hands, and if he refused to throw jabs to the body and all that. There were times where Casimero got so frustrated he put his hands down, and Rigondeaux did not capitalize on that. I've never seen a guy throw his body into the ropes. I think the ropes Casimero caused more damage to Casimero than Rigondeaux did. So it's it's justified to me. And as far as Rigondeaux's future now, he needed to win this, and the fact that he lost in this way with the crowd booing him and all that. 5 years ago, after he fought Donaire, HBO got rid of him, and the entire boxing industry blackballed him and kept him from the ring for 2 years. Now that he's 40 and he did this, and he quote unquote ran, the mainstream media is going to run with that. So I think Rigondeaux might be done. I don't think any promoter's going to give him a fight. But Casimero, he was figured out. If Rigondeaux would have just pressed the action, he would have won tonight. But he didn't, and it's just gonna be another good fight for the monster to unify. If he fights Donaire, in the rematch for the titles, unification, and then 2022 undisputed against Casimero. So that's it.
I got my brother, rap star, boxing knowledge back in the building. My brother from another mother. Listen, man. I we just heard Alex Alberto. So how do you feel? Like, what do you think? Do you think the right men won tonight?
Hey,
What's next? What's next for Rigondeaux? And who you want to see next? What's the next fight for Casimero?
hey, listen, man. I had to charge my device again, bro. Andrew, I couldn't leave you like this. Man, I told you this while I was driving. I said to you, if it's a close fight, they're not going to give it to Rigondeaux. I already predicted it to you. We spoke about it, right? So at the end of the day, this gentleman who just spoke, he kind of took some words out of my mouth because the same kind of style, unfortunately for Rigondeaux, he's at a point, yeah, that, he keeps that defensive mode. I'm not saying he went in defense mode, but all that moving around and not getting his shots off, and not being able to catch with Casemiro with those flurries, it kind of defeats him because that fighting style that he's got to let off some shots. It's okay to look good in defense. One thing about Rigondeaux, yeah, he'd been blackballed in the industry of boxing, but this was one of his last chances. And I just feel like his style is, so great that when it comes to defense, but I just wish that he could let off some of those flurries, and even work on sidestepping Casemiro and trying to be aggressive. He didn't do that. Now, my thing is, was the fight close? It was close. But, Rigondeaux's that kind of fighter that it's not easy to hit. But Casemiro was the most aggressive fighter in that fight. He's coming forward, and judges are going to look for that, bro. And this is what I told you. They're not going to give that fight to Rigondeaux if it's close. I feel like it's a fight for Casemiro to be in a unified title, an undisputed fight with Monster Inoue in the future. I think it's set up for that. But let's be honest, bro. How good is Casemiro? I mean, we can only see when he goes up against some of those guys with Nonito Donaire or if it's Monster Inoue. But the truth that I reckon right now, I feel bad for Rigondeaux. I don't know if, like this gentleman just said earlier, I don't know if they're going to give him a platform, if they're going to find a way to, use him as a name or a scapegoat. I feel like he'll just be a name in the market, but it's too much risk for any fighter now and too less of a reward. So Rigondeaux is put himself in a position that people are not going to want to pick him up and fight this guy anymore. Do you get what I mean?
Right. Gotcha. Yeah, I can. Yeah, honestly, man, I feel like I feel bad for Rigondeaux. And I feel that he most, to be honest with you, he really needed this win tonight.
I honestly don't feel bad for him. I honestly don't feel when your coach. I was watching the corner. Ronnie Shields, his trainer, Ronnie Shields, who was one of the best trainers, he pulled a Derek James with Jermel. It's like what Jermel Charlo did. Like Ronnie Shields was yelling in Rigondeaux's face, "Throw more punches."
Yeah, he did.
There's openings, but he didn't. And he didn't listen to his coach. He was the typical Cuban that was confident in his Cuban boxing school, and look what happened. So there it is.
My device is gonna cut off. But I always gotta show you love, man. I gotta put my phone on charge. So I just walked in. But Andrew, man, what a great night of boxing. Maloney and Franco is fighting right now. I think they're on the 11th round in ESPN. So I'm going to finish that fight and come and tune in with you once I just get some charge on my device.
Okay, my brother. Much love and respect, rap star. I'll be here,
bro.
my brother. I'll be right here. Much love and respect,
to the other gentlemen as well. Respect to you, bro. Bye.
Have a nice day.
Yeah. Shout out to everybody in the chat. Listen, I feel like I say in a way that I feel sorry for Rigondeaux because basically what was going on in his career. You know what I mean? And that's the reason why I say I feel sorry for him. Now, as far as tonight, I feel that he should have been a little bit more busier. You got to really, this is the type of fight where you have to really make a statement. Like, it's nothing wrong with the sweet science, the outboxing your opponent, making him miss, and making him avoid shots and hitting him with good jabs, counter shots here and there. Just basically, just because he Rigondeaux is a pure boxer, a good counter puncher. So just basically just trying to outpunch your opponent. But at the end of the day, certain fights, man, you're gonna have to be. Judges may look at it a certain way. You might have certain judges that they might see or judge a certain way. So if they see a guy as letting his hands go a lot more than the other, a guy being busier than the other, a guy that's pressing the attack, that's being very aggressive, cutting off the rein, coming forward, and things of that nature. Sometimes, yeah, of course, how you score a fight, it's one fighter landing more shots than the other. You got to outpoint your opponent. Yeah, it's nothing wrong with that. But pressing the attack, making it a war, making it a fight. Some judges look at that, basically overwhelming your opponent. So it's sometimes they look as different. Judges have different ways of scoring the fight. Judges can see something, can see it differently from how we see it. Judges can have a different different view of seeing things or doing things, like versus if we was scoring a fight and things of that nature. So they feel that John Riel Casimero was the busier fighter, more effective between the two. They may felt that he landed more. They may felt that he was more aggressive. He was more busier, and they just felt that he did more to win the fight. Now, that doesn't necessarily mean that we shall agree. We should agree with the judges. Now, it was one scorecard that was basically 116 to 111, I believe.
117.
I'm sorry, yeah, 117 to 111. I didn't necessarily agree with that, but I have to go back and rewatch the fight. Now, you seen the whole entire fight. I only came in at round number 8. You know what I'm saying? So you could probably, can explain that better than I can. When it comes to the judge scoring, having that being the judge having it that wide as far as a 117 to 111. So what you feel about that scorecard?
Casimero won like the first 3 or 4 rounds. That's what I thought initially. Now I've only seen the fight once, and that was live. But Casimero won the early rounds, and Rigondeaux won rounds by winning by 1 punch, like literally in the stats. Like all of the rounds that he won in like punches, where he landed more punches, was like he landed 4 punches, while Casimero landed 3 punches that round. So that's pretty much how Rigondeaux won the rounds, which is, to me, not the smartest way. Maybe in the amateurs, but not in the pros.
Yeah, I see what you're saying. Much love and respect to everybody in the chat. I see you guys. Box One Gaming. Much love and respect, my brother. Welcome to the live stream. Appreciate you coming through. My brother Will, one of the generals. Much love and respect. He said, "Salute, Mr. Tucker. I'm catching up on fights. Has Maloney and Franco fought?" No, I think that fight should be over with now. I forgot. I wanted to catch that fight. I wanted to do live commentary for that fight, but I ain't gonna lie. I was drained from the first fight, which the Virgil Ortiz versus Me Machine fight, and then I caught the tail end of this fight, with the last couple of rounds and stuff, and then so I'm so sorry I missed that fight. So please forgive me, Will. I'm going to go back and rewatch that fight, and I'm going to do a recap on that fight. So I got you, my brother. We got much love and respect to everybody in the chat. I can't pronounce that, but my brother AA, much love and respect. Much love and respect to my brother Alexander 11, the Great. Much love and respect to you, my brother. Much love and respect to one of the generals of the YouTube boxing community. If you're not subscribed, please go subscribe to my brother UGC Flame, great boxing channel. I love this guy. Been around for a long time. One of the generals of the YouTube boxing community. Well respected. And you gotta love this guy. Much love and respect to my brother UGC Flame. Um, much love and respect to my brother Jensen Rivers. Much love and respect. Welcome to the live stream. He says Rigo is a challenger. He needs to be aggressive. I give it to Casimero. Rigo needs to retire. Needs to retire or be retired. I think he's saying okay. In general, he wants Rigo need to retire. Is basically what he's saying. I don't know. Like, listen, I feel that Rigo can still compete. Rigo still can fight. It's not like Rigo got destroyed. It's not like Rigo got badly hurt. It's not like Rigo, it's just that now it's just going to be hard to get certain fights because I guess he didn't do enough to, you know what I'm trying to say, Alex.
Yeah, Andrew, but how is he going to get fights now? How?
That's what I'm saying. It's going to be hard. It's going to be really hard and difficult based off this performance. They're not going to want to, it's not going to, you know what I mean? They're not going to, it's like, it was already hard for him getting certain fights anyways because, and I just got to keep it real, Alex, because they feel that Rigondeaux, he had some performances where he was able to stop guys and outbox guys. Some performances were pretty good. Like, for example, when he went up against the Filipino Flash, Nonito Donaire, that was a great fight. So it was some fights he had that was pretty good. But at the end of the day, now at his age, and then putting on those type of performances, it's like they're not going to put so much, invest so much into him now. You know what I mean? So I agree with you 100%, Alex. And I think, and that's why I say, in a way, I feel kind of sad for Rigo. But with tonight, he should have pressed the attack a lot more, should have been a lot more busier, and he should have made a statement, like at least trying to push forward and try to go for a knockout. You know what I mean? He should have pressed the attack a lot more and tried to go for a knockout, because that would have made a statement. That would have showed Pete. That would have made a statement, but it would have showed a lot of people that Rigondeaux is still a problem. It's still dangerous, still a threat, and we know Rigondeaux has power. Now, at the end of the day, he did stop his last opponent, but he really needed to stop an opponent that's on this level, because at the end of the day, it's not like he didn't have that opportunity to do so. He had the opportunity to stop John Riel Casimero, even though we know that John Riel Casimero wasn't his last opponent. This is a champion. This is a world-class fighter. You know what I'm saying? So this is a different guy, different style, a guy that is fundamentally sound, a guy that is skilled. So I'm going to give John Riel Casimero his respect. He's a skilled fighter. So it wasn't going to be easy for Rigondeaux, no. But it was moments that he could have pressed the attack, set him up with the big power shots, set him up with the combinations, let his hands go, be busy enough. You know what I'm saying? Convince the judges that I'm winning this fight. Because you didn't do enough to convince those judges you won the fight. You didn't do enough to really take the belt away from the champion. It was a very boring fight. I hate to say it. I love the sweet science. I love pure boxers. I love boxer punchers. I love inside fighters. I love technical brawlers. I love outside fighters. I love everything when it comes to boxing in the whole. But at the end of the day, you got to go out. You got to go out there and put it all on the line. You can't go in there and make it a boring fight and expect us to really run with it. And
let me interject something. Let me interject something.
Yes, sir.
Virgil Ortiz versus Mean Machine, like, we all knew Virgil was going to win. But what I appreciate about the Rigondeaux Casimero fight, that was a toss-up fight. Like, we didn't know who was going to win going into that fight. Like, so it's like, but yeah, that was a tough fight to watch. It was a frustrating one. So, yeah. You know what I mean?
Yeah, man. Like, we can honestly say that fight you know, this Idigas Kavalauskas, Me Machine Kavalauskas, and Virgil Ortiz Jr. We can honestly say tonight we was able to get a great fight. A fight was an action-packed fight. It was an entertaining fight. These guys let their hands go. These guys made it a war. These guys pressed the attack. At times they were boxing. At times they were fighting on the inside. At times they were challenging, was really overwhelming each other and challenging each other by letting their hands go. You know what I mean? So we was able to get a great fight tonight. Now the thing is, I'm not, no disrespect to Rigondeaux, Guillermo Rigondeaux. No disrespect to him, because, you know, he is a great fighter. I take nothing away from Guillermo Rigondeaux. He is a great fighter. But I wasn't okay with the performance tonight. I felt he should have did a lot more. You know what I mean? A lot more in the fight tonight. You know what I mean? Now the thing is, did he win the fight? I have to go back and rewatch the fight. I'm only going by what you guys are telling me, because I only caught the last 4 rounds. I came in at half of round 8. Then I was able to watch round 9, 10, 11, and 12. So when I saw from those last couple of rounds, I did in a way see how you can get those rounds to Rigondeaux, because he was more effective. He was more effective in those rounds, meaning he was more accurate, meaning that he landed. Casimero wasn't able to, when he couldn't pretty much land anything, because Rigondeaux was on the move, using his footwork, moving his, slipping his, using good head movement and moving his head. So at the end of the day, even if they decided to give those rounds John Riel Casimero, it was because he was what? He was busier. You know what I'm saying? Even though you win a fight by outlanding your opponent, you know, not punches thrown, but you win a fight by outlanding your opponent. You win a fight by outpointing your opponent. And sometimes you can, and sometimes you win a fight, especially by knocking your opponent out, or whether it's technical knockout or knockout. But if you're just more of a pure boxer, you outpoint your opponent, and Rigondeaux feel that that's a way to beat this guy. A guy with that type of style, you got to outpoint this guy. Rigondeaux felt he did enough to outpoint this guy by being more effective and being more accurate. But he wasn't busy enough. You know what I mean? You wasn't overwhelming your opponent. You wasn't coming on strong. You wasn't trying to. You got to be the champion. And he was WBO bantamweight champion, right? John Riel Casimero.
Yes. To
be the champion, to be the champion, you got to take the fight to him. Now, like I said, I agree with some of y'all in the chat. Y'all feel that Rigondeaux was robbed. Some of you guys feel that John Riel Casimero won the fight. Some of you guys feel that Rigondeaux won the fight. I got to go back and rewatch the fight. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, yes, I can honestly say, in a way, yeah, those last couple of rounds, I can kind of slightly get those rounds to Rigondeaux, because he, in those last 4 rounds, he was, in a way, he was able to outpoint him, but just wasn't busy enough.
Yeah. So, yeah, it's pretty good to see some fights this week actually happen. Hopefully next week this fight actually happens and a meteor doesn't hit the earth. So.
Yeah, I hope not, brother. Hopefully we can get some the fights that we really want to see, man. Like I'm hearing that the Fury versus Wilder, is starting to fall apart again. You know what I mean? So I gotta look deep into that, but I am excited about the Anthony Joshua versus Alexander Usyk. You got 2 Olympians.
Next week. What about next week?
Next week, yeah, you got a great fight next week as well. Manny Pacquiao versus your Dennis Ugas. That's a good fight, even though a lot of people really wanted it to be Spence and Pacquiao. That's a highly anticipated matchup. But it's still a good fight because Ugas is a good fighter. You know, Ugas, I still feel that Ugas is a challenge. You know, for Pacquiao, I still feel that's a challenge for him. You know, I still feel that it's a good fight. You know, and Pacquiao has a chance. Pacquiao has a chance to get his belt back. You know, get the WBA super belt back. So, you know, that's a good fight. You know, I mean, honestly, I got Pacquiao winning. Do your Dennis Ugas have a chance to win? We shall see. You know, he's a tough fighter, though. I mean, you know, he's been in there with some good fighters. You know what I mean? And we shall see. Will he really be getting there and make it a little difficult for Pacquiao? I don't know. We shall see. We know how great Pacquiao is. You know what I'm saying? We know how great he is. You know, and still, even at 42 years old, I think he's still sharp enough to compete with these younger fighters. You know, like they say, Father Time is undefeated. You never know; it can creep up on you. You know, when you least expect it. But honestly, I think that Pacquiao's, man, the guy just still has the hand speed. You know, maybe he's declined, maybe just a little bit, but he still has the amazing footwork, hand speed, man, and he's so fundamentally sound. I mean, he's one of the elite level fighters on the highest level. So, you know, it's, you know, going up against Pacquiao, you're gonna have a plan A, plan B, and C.
Yeah. All right, Andrew. Well, I had to kick it. All right.
All right, my brother. It was good having you, Alex Alberto. Much love and respect,
Thank you very
my
much.
brother. Yeah, so Rigo, so Brendan Smith says Rigo was not afraid of that man. No, Rigo wasn't. You know, Brandon Smith. I'm not saying that Rigo was afraid. Rigo is not afraid of no fighter. Rigo, you know, is a fighter that will fight any fighter. You know what I mean? One of the best fighters in the world. You know what I mean? I take nothing away from Rigo. Rigondeaux is one of the best fighters in the world. And like I say, I got to go back and rewatch the fight because I came in like it came in on it, like I tuned into the fight like in round number 8. So I got to go back and watch round 1 all the way. I'm gonna go back and rewatch the entire fight because I didn't see round number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and I only caught half of 8. So I got to go back and rewatch the fight. You know what I mean? But honestly, I felt that Rigondeaux, to be honest with you, I felt that he won the last 4 rounds because he was more effective and more accurate, you know, than John Riel Casimero. So I felt he won the last 4 rounds. You know what I mean? But now round 1 through round 1 through 8, I don't know. I have to go back and watch those rounds. But I still feel that Rigondeaux can come back. I still feel he can come back, compete, get a knockout, and just come back and get a dominant and win in a dominant fashion. I feel he can come back and win in a dominant fashion. You know what I mean? And just be busier. You know what I'm saying? And I believe Rigondeaux can come back. You know what I'm saying? My brother Elms Tanner said Rigo won that no matter how born. I feel you, my brother. I feel you. If you felt Rigo won the fight, I'm not disagreeing with you. Because like I said, I got to go back and rewatch the fight. I was only able to catch around 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. So I got to go back and rewatch the fight. Rigo was a great fighter. He wasn't the best fighter. He was one of the best fighters in the world, pound for pound. And a tough fight for any fighter. Have had great fights and a tough fighter for any fighter. So I would never Y'all got to understand, I would never discredit everything that Guillermo Rigondeaux went through. I would never discredit Rigondeaux. You know, I would never discredit him. He's a great fighter, and once upon a time was one of the best fighters in the world, pound for pound. I would never discredit Rigo. I would never discredit him, because he have went in there and fought some good fight. He has been in there against some tough fighters and have beaten great fighters. You can never discredit or take anything away from Guillermo Rigondeaux. You can. I mean, listen. You can never do it. You can never. I don't care what some people say, or what some people have to say about this man, or how people feel about this man. You can never discredit or take anything away from what this man has accomplished and how he was treated as a fighter. I don't like it. I don't like how he was treated as a fighter. I don't like it. Like, at the end of the day, I respect every man's opinion. I respect every man's decision. I respect every man's opinion. If some of you guys felt John Riel Casimero won the fight, listen, I respect that. If some of you guys felt that Guillermo Rigondeaux won the fight, I respect that. I respect that. All I'm saying is that maybe in the judges' eyes, they felt that he didn't do enough to win the fight. Now, we know that some judges is not fair. We know that some judges is not fair, and some judges don't be scoring the fight right. They don't be scoring the fight the right way. They don't be scoring the fight the right. They only look at what they look at and judge it by they only judge it by how they see things. They only judge it sometimes by the way how they judge and how they see things. But some of these judges don't be judging the fight the correct way. Some of these judges don't be judging the fight the correct way, and some of these judges is not fair. So yeah, we know that we got crooked judges. We got crooked judges. We know in boxing we have crooked judges. We know that's the truth. We know in boxing we have crooked judges. We know that a lot of judges is not fair. We know in boxing that it's a lot of judges that should be fired. Just like the one judge that scored the fight 117 to 111, I don't agree with that scorecard. I don't agree with it. I don't agree with the 117 to 111. I don't agree with it. But at the end of the day, forgive me if you guys forgive me if you guys said that I said it was a boring fight. I really wasn't saying that it was a boring fight. I'm saying that some people may feel that it was a boring fight. Not me. Because I came in like at round number 8. I wasn't able to see the entire fight. I came in at round number 8. And I know that Rigondeaux is a monster. I know that Rigondeaux is a problem. I know that Rigondeaux can knock you out and get you out of there, just like he knocked out his last opponent. Rigondeaux is a monster. But we can't take away how good of a fighter that John Riel Casimero is. John Riel Casimero is a good fighter. Tonight it was two skilled, very fundamentally sound, very skilled fighters going at it tonight. Listen, it was 2 good fighters going at it tonight. 2 good fighters. 2 good fighters going at it tonight. And I'm not going to sit up here and say it was boring, it was this, it was that. I got to go back and rewatch this fight. But all I know that Rigondeaux is a great fighter. One of the best fighters in the world. John Riel Casimero is a good fighter. It was 2 very skilled fighters that was in the ring tonight, and it was more of a chess match. Sometimes you're not going to get of two fighters standing right there in the middle of the ring and they just banging it out, or fighting on the inside, or it end up being a brawl, or end up being a war. Sometimes you're not gonna get that all the time. Sometimes you gotta appreciate the sweet science of boxing. Sometimes it's good to see when one per boxer go up against a boxer puncher. Sometimes it's good to see that. Sometimes it's good to see a per boxer go up against a boxer puncher. Sometimes it's good to see that. Boxing is not all about knockouts all the time. It's not all about knockouts all the time. It's a lot that comes with the sport of boxing. It's a lot that comes with the sport of boxing. It's a lot. So many different styles. So many different ways you can win the fight. My brother Lone Man says got downvoted on Reddit for saying that Rigo won. Listen, man, we gotta listen. Now I'm gonna keep it real, man. We gotta stop with this foolishness, man. We gotta stop with the foolishness. We gotta listen. We gotta start respecting these fighters, man. We gotta start giving these fighters their respect. Because these fighters step in the ring and put their life on the line for entertainment. Whether you appreciate their style or not. Maybe their style is not your favorite style. Maybe the way they fight is not the way you like. Maybe the way they fight is not what you enjoy or what you like. But we have to respect these fighters, man. A lot of people don't want to hear the truth, but I'm always here to speak the truth. Because I'm not going to be biased. I'm going to just tell the truth and I'm going to keep it real. I'm not going to be biased. It was two very skilled fighters in the ring tonight. That was Guillermo Rigondeaux and Riel Casimero. Two very skilled fighters in the ring tonight. And I'm not here to discredit no fighter. I'm not here to do that. I'm not here to discredit no fighter. Okay, it's cool. I respect you guys who felt that Riel Casimero did enough to win the fight. I respect you guys who felt that Riel Casimero did enough to win the fight. I respect you guys who feel that way. And I also respect you guys that felt that Guillermo Rigondeaux did enough to win the fight. I also respect you guys. I respect you guys who felt he won the fight. But at the end of the day, I respect both of those fighters for stepping in the ring and challenging each other. Stepping in the ring and challenging each other. We got to start respecting these fighters, man. My brother Will says there is a call for former champion boxers to judge fights. I hope so. Hey, Will. Hey, listen, man. I hope that we can get former champions, like former champion boxers. I hope we can get guys like that to do live commentary, former champions. You know, some of these legends, you know what I'm saying? Some of these legends, former champions, to do live commentary and to judge a fight. That'll be a beautiful idea. That'll be a great idea. A great idea. A beautiful idea to get ex-fighters, former champions, legends to do live commentary for these fights and also to judge these fights. That should have took place a long time ago. A long time ago. That should have took place a long time ago, man. My brother Rapstar Boxing Knowledge says, Andrew, you think Virgil ready for Crawford? Rapstar, I feel like it's a good fight. Um, I feel like Virgil Ortiz, to be honest with you, what he showed me tonight, what Virgil Ortiz showed me tonight, he showed me that he can compete, with the top welterweights. I'm just gonna keep it. I'm just gonna keep it real. He can compete. Not saying that he can beat guys in the top 5 or whatever, or some guys in the top 10, guys in the top 5. But I'm saying that he can compete with the top welterweights. He can compete with those guys. Now, going up against a fighter like Terrence Bud Crawford, and we're talking about Virgil Ortiz Jr., going up against a guy like Terrence Bud Crawford, that is a major step up fight for him. A major step up fight. That is a major challenge. A major challenge for him. A major step up fight for him. That is a major challenge, a major step up fight for Virgil Ortiz Jr. But to be honest with you, why not? I would love to see it. I would love to see it. And I tell you guys all the time, and I'm gonna keep saying it. Styles make fights. I think a Virgil Ortiz style against a Terrence Bud Crawford style makes an entertaining fight. I really believe that. I really believe it makes an entertaining fight. An entertaining fight. Now I lean a little towards Terrence Crawford to win if that fight was to take place. I lean a little towards Terrence Crawford to win if that fight was to ever take place. But it would be a good fight and a tough fight for Terrence Crawford, though. I just got to keep it real and tell you the truth. But I know that the kid wants to fight the best. But all I got to say is congratulations to John Riel Casimero. John Riel Casimero was able to win a split decision tonight over Guillermo Rigondeaux. Much love and respect to Guillermo Rigondeaux. Much love and respect to him. Much love and respect to him. I felt that he was in the fight. He came to fight, and he's a tough guy. He's tough. One of the best fighters in the world. One of the best fighters in the world. And like I said, I got to go back and rewatch the fight between John Riel Casimero and Guillermo Rigondeaux. Because like I said, like I was telling you guys, I came in round number 8, half of round number 8. And I was able to do live commentary. Of course, you guys is here with me now, and I was able to cover round 8, half of round 8, 9, 10, and 11, and 12. So I got to go back and rewatch the entire fight, and I go from there. You know what I mean? And I go from there. My brother Brendan Smith says, I agree with you. I agree with you, what you're saying. Much love and respect, brother. Brendan Smith, you know me, man. You know me. And it's a lot of people that I love and respect in this YouTube box community, whether it's just my family, the subscribers, other boxing channels, they can a lot of people that who I associate with, or who I'm connected to, or that's like brothers to me, or that's like family to me, who I'm connected to, other YouTube boxing channels. They know that I keep it real. You guys know that I keep it real. I keep it real. And I show a lot of respect to these fighters, man. I show a lot of respect, even if some of these fighters sometimes might be out of line or say certain things. I'ma always have respect for every fighter that step in the ring and put their life on the line for our entertainment. I'm gonna always respect all these fighters. I'm gonna respect all these fighters. I'm different. I'm not getting on here. I'm not getting on no live stream, and I'm not making no video talking bad about a fighter. I did a little bit of amateur boxing. That's why I respect fighters. That's why I respect these fighters. And there was times I got out of line a little bit, and I had to fix that. You know what I mean? But I respect all these fighters that step in the ring and put their life on the line for our entertainment. Because you got to have a whole lot of heart. You got to have a lot of heart. You got to have that determination. You got to have that determination. You got to have that a lot of heart and determination to really step in that ring. Step in that ring and fight, and step in that ring to prove to the people that you one of the best fighters in the world. A lot of these fighters worked hard. A lot of these fighters worked hard to get to where they're at, to where some of these guys are champions, or some of these guys probably got certain amount of wins, or whatever. But a lot of these guys worked hard, trained hard, worked hard to get to where they at. Even some of these young fighters like Jerron Boots Ennis, Virgil Ortiz Jr., Conor Benn, Gervonta Tank Davis, Edgar Berlanga. A lot of these young fighters had to work hard to get to where they at. Especially the fighters right now that's like veterans in the game. They had to work hard to get to where they at. They had to work hard to get to where they at. It's not easy. Even if they had to get past a lot of fighters that wasn't on their level, it still wasn't easy. I'm talking about trying. How you have to prepare for a fight. How you have to get ready for a fight and prepare for a fight. The workouts, the training. Sometimes it can get intense trying to prepare for a fight. But they work so hard because they want to be great. And yeah, when they get to a certain level, they start acting a certain way. You know what I mean? Because they become champion, they start acting a certain way, and I get that. I understand. You know what I mean? You start asking for a certain amount of money and stuff like that. I can understand that as well. But remember, it wasn't an easy road for a lot of these fighters. It wasn't an easy road at all. And to really be great and to become champion, it's not an easy road. You can be very skilled. You can be very fundamentally sound. You can believe in your abilities. You can believe in your skill. You can believe. Yeah, you got to have the confidence. You can really believe in yourself, but it's still not an easy road. Any fighter will tell you it's not an easy road. But it takes hard work and dedication. It takes a lot of heart and determination and really believing in yourself. But it also takes putting in a lot of work. That's why I respect these fighters. Like, honestly, that's why I respect these fighters. That's why I respect these fighters. I know we have our favorite fighters. We have fighters we love to see fight. We love to watch. We love to support and things of that nature. But we got to start showing a lot of these fighters respect, man. You know, we got to start showing these fighters respect, man. I believe Guillermo Rigondeaux can bounce back. I think he can bounce back. You know, I really believe he can bounce back. And like I said, I got to go back and rewatch the fight because I missed round 1 through 8. So I got to go back and watch the fight, and I give my honest assessment on the fight. And go from there. But man, it was a great night of boxing. I was waiting for my brother Rapstar to come back. You know what I'm saying? He said 10 minutes. Let me see if let me put that link right there. See if my brother will come back. Rapstar, if you still in the chat, let me know, man. Because I got another 15 minutes left before I wrap this up. But it was a great night of boxing, man. It was a great night of boxing. Great night of boxing. And this is what we do, man. This is what we love to do. A lot of us do live commentary. A lot of us boxing analysts, reporters. We love the sport. We love the sport of boxing. There's some things about the sport of boxing we don't like and we don't love, but seeing the best fight the best, seeing great fights, that's what we love, man. We love when we get the best fight and the best, and we love to get great. We love when we see certain fighters that doesn't get the recognition that they deserve. Certain fighters that really doesn't get the spotlight like that. A lot of people have never heard of, never, pretty much report on, or don't really give them the recognition. They don't really get the spotlight like that. Whether it's young up and coming fighters, whether it's even veterans, even fighters that got up into their prime doesn't necessarily get the recognition that they deserve, really get the spotlight like that. But that's a lot of us are starting to, pretty much cover certain fights, so people can know who these fighters. People can know who these fighters is. They can know who these fighters are. These fighters can get the recognition that they deserve. Fighters can get the spotlight. That people, and they can be great fighters. But we just got to start showing these fighters a lot of love. We got to start pretty much putting these fighters' names out there, putting their name out there, especially, whether it's small platform or big platform, we got to start glorifying these fighters, man. That's not really being promoted the right way or really getting that recognition, because it's a lot of great fighters that a lot of people don't even know about. It's a lot of great fighters that people don't even tune into, don't even watch like that, because they so focused on the big name fighters. You know what I mean? So that's something that we also trying to change when it comes to the YouTube boxing community. Just trying to change, and we got to start giving some of these fighters that necessarily doesn't get the spotlight that they deserve and the recognition they deserve. We got to start giving those guys the spotlight and giving those guys the recognition that they deserve, because it's time for the fans and the people to know who these great fighters are. And I'm talking about other than the big names, So, but like I said, it was a great night of boxing. Great night of boxing, and It was a good fight, man. I only, like I said, only last couple of rounds. Only caught the last couple of rounds. Uh, other John Real Casimero versus Rigo versus Guillermo Rigondeaux. I only caught the last couple of rounds, but you know I got to go back and watch that fight. But it was a great fight between Virgil Ortiz Jr. and Kavalauskas Mean Machine. Great fight, and hold on, I got my brother Chad.
What up? What up, man?
Hey, what's going on, my brother? How you feeling?
Good, man. Just here. Just watched a ton of boxing. A ton, man. Why do we put so many fights on one night? That's exhausting, man. I have three different streams going, man.
Yeah, man. That's how it be sometimes. It be like that sometimes, man. I be like, man, like why they do that? Why they overload us like that, man?
I know. And then there's nights where there's no boxing. We could have had these three cards spread out, you know, in you know either 2 month span or something like that, But now they do this like that, bro. I don't understand that. What'd you think of that Guillermo Rigondeaux? I just got on, so I saw you were on and saw the link. I was like, hit it up, talk some boxing.
Yeah, man. I was finna get ready to wrap it up in probably like 10 more minutes, like 10 minutes. So I got 10 minutes, man, to chop it up with you about that, man. Like how I feel about I caught the fight. I tuned into the fight late because I had to go make a run. Because I early, not a while ago I was covering the Virgil Ortiz Jr. and the Mean Machine Kavalauskas fight.
Mm-hmm.
You
Yeah,
know, I was doing live commentary for that fight, uh, and so I had to go make a run. And I was going in for the live commentary. I don't know if you ever seen me do live commentary before, but I'll be going in. I'm one of the best to ever. I'm one of the best to do it at the live commentary, bro.
yeah. I
You know what I
never
mean?
catch you because I'm always on the on my phone trying to watch the fight and then streaming it on my TV and then like having
Yeah.
lunch. I'm just like because I watch UFC and boxing at the same time. I'm just a combat sports fan now, where I used to be
Oh
just
man.
boxing only.
Oh man, that's awesome, man. That's awesome. I mean, I'm slightly starting to get back into the UFC. I'm. It's been a long time. Like I kind of fell away from UFC for a long time, but I'm slightly starting to get back into it a little bit. But what I feel like, man. What I saw from like round round nine, well, half of round 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. I feel like I'm gonna just be honest with you. I think round 9, 10, 11, and 12. I think Rigondeaux outpointed John Real Casimero. I felt he won those rounds. Casimero was busier as far as trying to press the attack and letting his hands go a lot more. And Rigondeaux was making him miss a lot of shots. There's a few shots he let in here and there in those rounds, in those last couple of rounds. But I feel I got to go back and watch the entire fight to
Yeah, yeah, no.
to make my honest assessment on who I felt won the fight. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, honestly, that fight was tough to watch. It was really, really tough, and I'm one of those guys who defends like Rigondeaux, like just the science of boxing, the sweet science. And the dude was just backpedaling for a long time, man. It's tough. It's tough to defend that one, man. 'Cause it was just the Filipino guy was, trying to press the action. Now, I'll say the Filipino guy doesn't know how to cut off the ring at all. So it was just a lot of chasing going on the entire fight, and uh, I, Rigo never stepped in the gas, man. The last couple of fights, he had been picking it up, kind of standing in the pocket, kind of what Mayweather was doing towards the end of his career, just kind of giving different looks, pivoting a little bit, and that's what I've been kind of getting to be used to on Rigondeaux a little bit. But man, dude, he just was running, dude. There was a point where the crowd was just super upset with him, super upset, and so I don't know. I don't know if I want to see Rigo if he's gonna fight like that again.
Yeah, because this last fight, man, he was coming off a knockout, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, he was.
You know what I mean? And I feel like to be honest with you, this is my honest opinion. I felt, the way he was setting up John Riel Casimero, I felt that he could have hurt him real bad. It could have possibly end up stopping him. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
But I guess like how you scored the fight though. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, honestly, I scored a draw, to be honest, because there wasn't. It wasn't. The Filipino guy wasn't as efficient as he could have been with cutting off the ring, so it was inefficient pressure for a lot of it. But then again, like Rigondeaux literally was running, man. So there was no I guess back and forth at all. There was no engagement for a lot of that first half of that fight. It wasn't good. So, but I scored it an even 6-6, honestly. And I mean, those rounds could go either way. It just was that kind of fight. I do think that Rigo did have some good rounds, 10-11, and some, that 12th round was kind of split for me. But I think that there was some. I mean, in a fight that has like about under 100 punches actually landed, it's kind of tough, man. Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, like I feel like like I don't know, man. I felt like the last couple of rounds. To be honest with you, I feel like the last couple of rounds. I felt he outpointed like John Riel Casimero. Like I felt he outpointed him in like the last couple of rounds.
Yeah.
And because I feel like he was more active. I mean, more accurate, more effective. Between the two, I felt like Casimero was like throwing a lot of punches, like pressing the attack and chasing him down. But I felt like Rigondeaux was making him miss a lot, and I felt like he's more accurate between the two, more effective between the two in those last couple of rounds. So I did give like round 9, 10, 11, and 12 to Rigondeaux. Just to be honest, I mean you probably could have saw it differently from me. But honestly, I just felt like Rigondeaux most definitely did enough to win those last couple of rounds, though. Like honestly.
Yeah, where does he go from here? Where do you think Rigo goes from here? He just lost this fight by split decision. Who does he fight next?
I feel like he can bounce back, and I feel like he can bounce back, come back, and just in the next fight, just at least try to get a knockout and win in spectacular fashion. And I think just another good coming back in another good performance, coming back and having another good performance like his not to the fight tonight, but his previous fight. What I mean? Getting a spectacular knockout or getting a victory like that can most definitely put him back in a good position.
Yeah. Do you think he beats Nonito in a rematch?
I think that's a good fight. Honestly,
that's a really good fight right now. I think.
Yeah, I think that's a really good fight. Honestly, I think to me right now at this point, when it comes to the Filipino Flash and Rigondeaux, I think Daenerys and Rigondeaux is like a 50-50 fight right now. At this point, right now in their careers, I believe that it's a 50-50 fight. It can go either way, honestly.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? To be honest with you, right now in their career, I think it can go either way. Because Nonito Daenerys has really been like he's been looking good his last couple of fights.
Right.
You know what I mean? So
He
So
has. He has.
he's most definitely still in the mix, and he still has what it takes as an experienced veteran to compete with the young fighters, and he can also still compete with fighters like a Rigondeaux, and
Mhm.
most definitely still can compete. It was a good fight between him and Inoue, Monster. That
Oh
was a good
yeah,
fight. You
that
know
would
what I
be a
mean?
good
So
fight.
yeah, man, I really enjoyed that one. You know what I mean?
Love to see
So
a rematch soon of that one. That one was a great fight, man. It's a fantastic fight. Now switching. I guess fights real quick. Virgil Ortiz. Who do you think he has the best chance of beating out of the top of the welterweight division?
man, why you had to do that to me?
I gotta do it, man. I gotta get you. I gotta pick your brain, brother.
Well, uh, I just gotta go ahead and tell the truth. Go ahead and
Go for
just
it, man.
go ahead and keep it real with you. Like it's a lot of great fights out there for him. You know what I mean? Now, when we talking about at welterweight, what he showed tonight, because I'm just gonna keep it real. He did get hurt twice tonight.
Oh, he did. Yeah.
Yeah, he got hurt twice tonight against Kavalauskas, against the Mean Machine. He got hurt twice. Um, and Mean Machine had some success in this fight tonight. You know what I mean?
Right.
He really challenged him. It really was his first true test. It really was a step up fight, and it made Virgil Ortiz. Mean Machine made Virgil Ortiz dig down deep. You know, he made him dig down deep. He made him fight, and and it was a good thing because he made Virgil Ortiz pretty much take things to a whole nother level. So when it came to fighting on the inside, I loved it. When it came to fighting on the outside, as far as boxing, I mean, I loved it. They was using their jab, they was setting up their shot, the counter shots. They were going to the body, going to the, mixing up their punches, going to the head. It was good exchanges. I mean, it was good. Beat some. It was some smart boxing in there tonight. Smart boxing.
Yeah.
You know
Yeah.
what I mean? So that he showed me, honestly, to be honest with you, he showed me that he can compete. And some people might not agree with me on this, and some people may feel he's not ready to step up against the top five. He's not ready to step up and fight against the top five.
Right.
Some people may feel he's not ready, but I feel he is ready. I feel that um, it's a good fight if he was to take on the likes of a at 147. If he was to take on the likes of a Danny Garcia, I think that's a good fight for him. You know what I mean? I think it's a tough fight for him, but I think it's a good fight for him if he was to step up and take on the likes of a Sean Porter.
Oh yeah.
You,
That'd
you
be a
know?
great fight, man. I think that'd be a really good fight. I think him and Thurman would be an excellent fight. Thurman is kind of, I mean, you could say on the back end of his career, but I mean, it's just 'cause he's been so injury prone, man. I hate to say that, but um,
Yeah,
I mean, I would love to see Thurman Spence. I would love to see a rematch between him and Porter. But I know Danny's moving up to 54. He's he can't compete. He's too slow, too flat-footed. Just as a lot of people thought he would be, just in that division. But he's finally showing it, with the faster, slicker fighters, and so Danny's out of that division now. So I'd like to see him probably face a man, probably probably a Thurman, man. I think Thurman would be a good little test for him. See if he can cut off the ring. See how he does with a guy of that caliber, former champion at the division, and kind of see where he goes from there. I don't think he's ready for Spence. That body attack, and I think Spence has good power, man. If he comes back to boxing, man, that retina tear is scary, man.
yeah,
I
yeah,
mean,
yeah.
that's
It is a very serious it was a very serious injury, and I know he, if I'm not mistaken, he had surgery. The surgery went successful, and but at the end of the day, even though the surgery could have been, they could have told you that I still can fight. I'm still good. I can get the winner of Manny Pacquiao versus Ugas. The eye is still good, but at the end, you get in the ring, you get hit in the eye.
Right.
You
Right.
you know, yes, yeah. That's. I don't think that's gonna be something. I don't think that's gonna go well. You know what I mean? So yeah. He would need time to really, really recover and really let that and really, give it. He's gonna have to take some time. You can't rush back into the ring. That's all I gotta say. You know what I mean? And then do
Right.
like follow up, and then do like follow ups with the doctor and things of that nature, and go from there. But that type of injury, like a torn retina, you normally a fighter would have to retire normally after that type of injury.
Right.
You know what I
Exactly.
mean? So I mean, so the thing is, we have to see, man. I don't want because I don't want that to be the reason that Spence will have to retire. I don't want that to happen. But Spence said it himself. He talked to three different doctors, and they told him the same thing. He should be good to go for the rematch. I'm sorry. He should be good to go, and should be good to go, and will be able to fight the winner of Manny Pacquiao and Ugas, which is, of course, he's
Yeah.
looking for the Pacquiao fight over Ugas. But it's we got to see, man, because Ugas is a tough fighter, man. He's tough. Uh, uh, I favor Manny to win, but at the end of the day, Ugas is tough. I think it's going to be a challenge for Manny. I think it's going to be a tough fight for Manny. To be honest with you.
Yeah. Yeah. Uh, so are you favoring Manny in that fight?
Yeah, I favor Manny. I just think that Manny would be the busier between the two. He'll throw more punches. He'll land more punches. More punches. He'll be more effective and more accurate between the two.
Yeah.
I think Manny will just come with the ferociousness, the hand speed, the punches and bunches, the flurries, you know, using good footwork, good head movement, getting in and getting out. Ugas might have a little success, landing a few shots here and there, but it won't be. I don't think it'll be enough. I don't think he'll do enough to pull off a win over Manny. I think Manny will just be the busier fighter, more accurate, more effective fighter between the two. And I just think the experience. I think Manny still is one of the elite level fighters on the highest level, and I just think he still has the experience to and just know how to deal with a certain style like a Ugas. But it's still a challenging fight for him. I just think that he just a be a I think he'll I don't know I could win a unanimous decision for Manny Pacquiao.
Yeah. I don't think Ugas really poses a huge threat, man. I don't think he really has a lot of power. Um, I mean, he could, try to jab him to death, but I don't know. I don't know. I just think that Manny takes that fight. I don't know if he retires after this or if he tries to fight Spence one more, again. But I don't know.
Yeah. Well, I'm hearing. I don't know how true it is. I gotta look into. I gotta check into my own sources. You know what I mean? But I'm hearing that this could possibly be his last fight. But but I think Manny did say that after Ugas he did want Spence. You know, so I heard I think Manny was saying something like that. I do want to fight Spence, but he said he wants to get so when Manny say something like that, well, I want my belt back. I'm going to get my belt. I'm going to knock. I think he said he's going to knock you Dennis Ugas out. I think he said he's going to knock him out, and so I think if he knock your Dennis Ugas out, trust me, he's fighting Spence next.
Yeah, yeah. I think that. I think that for Manny, man, I don't know. It's another training camp. It's another year. Uh, I think he would have beat Spence, in my opinion. I think he would have beat Spence. The way he was looking, also the way that leaks sparring footage. Like, I'm sure he probably would have made adjustments, but I just think Manny's still too fast for him. The in and out. I don't think he's ever fought a fighter. I mean, the only in and out fighter we could have seen Spence face is a guy like Spence, who was really good with his straight punches, and he doesn't hook a lot, whereas a guy like Porter and Danny, they both hook a lot. They're wide with their punches sometimes. Um, Porter had some success with the jab, but I just think that this would have been something that Spence hadn't seen before at all. Had he fought somebody like a Thurman, maybe would have been a little more prepared for it. Even though Thurman's an orthodox fighter and Manny southpaw, but I don't know. What are your thoughts on that?
You say as far as like Spence, you said as far as like Manny and Spence.
Yeah, the hypothetical of that, I guess now, because it's not happening.
Well, I think to be honest with you, I had Manny beating Spence as well. And I just see him beating him like kind of like the same as Ugas, like beating him by unanimous decision.
Yeah.
And just being busier, and I just see the in and out, the side to side, the fast, the throwing the combinations, the countering from different angles. I just see him overwhelming Spence and maybe frustrating him a little bit. Not saying that Spence won't have a little success as far as like at moments backing Pacquiao up and stuff, but it'll just be Pacquiao just doing what he want to do,
Yeah.
and just stay right there and just pretty much block some of the hard shots coming at him from Spence,
Mm-hmm.
and then kind of like, because I think the footwork is one of the number one factors on why I feel he beat Spence. The footwork, I just think the hand speed, and I just think being a busier fighter, man, I think he's gonna let his hands go a lot more to Spence.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, man. I think that's a good analysis, bro. I really thought that Manny was going to come up with the upset, even though I think Manny had everything to lose and nothing to gain really by beating Spence, other than the fact that he's older and in his prime, Manny would have beat a guy like Spence all day.
Oh
Um,
yeah, most definitely, hands down.
I was really surprised by a lot of boxing analysts kind of going with Spence and kind of, man, I don't know. He fought Thurman and knocked a guy down who was in his prime, regardless if people thought he was weak to the body. Like that's part of it, that's part of tactics. That's part of training and understanding the weaknesses of opponents. And so, yeah, man, I just think that Manny would have really beast him up. And I'm not a kind of a conspiracy theorist, but I do think that the camp was getting worried with the way that Spence was looking, in my opinion. And Manny was really picking it up in camp and was really ready for the fight of his life, according to what people were saying. So, but yeah, man, I'm still excited for an Ugas, I guess, but not for $80. Not for $80.
No,
Yeah.
no, well, I told myself, man, that I'm a big fan of Manny Pacquiao, honestly, man. I'm a really big fan. I just really want to support, just really to support Manny. And like I say, it's a good fight. Ugas is a solid opponent. He's just not on the level of Manny, I feel, but he's a solid opponent, and I just really wanted to support Manny, man. Honestly, you know, and Ugas got an opportunity. Uh, honestly, he got an opportunity to be the legend, 8 division world champion, uh,
Yeah.
Hall of Famer. He got a chance to take his career to a whole nother level. And even at his age, because I believe he's now like what 34 or something like that.
Yeah.
Even at his age, he can take his. He's still at a certain age and a certain point in his career. He can take his career to a whole nother level. And beating a name like Manny Pacquiao will be very big for his career, and it allow his stock to rise. You
Yeah.
know, what I mean? Start making a lot more money. You know what I mean? You know, uh, so he has a huge opportunity to beat one of the greats. As far as Manny Pacquiao, he just taking his fight to make a statement. Excuse me, he just taking his fight to make a statement and get his belt back.
And get
So
paid.
when he does face Spence, a fighter that he feel that he can easily beat, it's going to be for a 3 belt unification. You know what I mean? Because you got three major titles on the line this time.
Yeah. Exactly, man. Well, hey, I sure appreciate you taking some time to talk to me. And I know you said 10 minutes, so I appreciate your time, man. And I always enjoy the videos and stuff like that. Subscribe to you this year, and you had some good things to say. Um, I can't remember the exact subject, but I was like, man, this guy, is pretty objective, you know. Um, Whereas there's a lot of people who tend to um, lean on the side of like PBC and or Top Rank or even DAZN. I feel like you're pretty even tempered with all of them, and so I appreciate that, and I think people need more of that in the boxing community. Just being positive that boxing is doing well all around. It's not a competition. Like, why would you want certain companies to fail? So
Yes, yeah, exactly, my brother. And that's just basically what you just said is just basically who I am, man. And that's I just continue to just to be that way, man. And I just love the sport of boxing. I'm not really not into well, just having something against this network, having something against that network, having something against that network, having something against this promotional company, having something against this promotional company. I don't have. It's like I don't get tied into like too much. I don't like to get tied into too much of the politics or the business side of boxing and stuff like. I just really care for these fighters, man, and care about getting and seeing the best fights. You know what I mean? And so like long as we able to get great fights, man, and that's the part I love about the sport of boxing. You know what I mean? We able to see good fights, even if it's not a big name fighter. You know what I mean? Long as we get
right.
to see certain fights, you know what I mean? And I love the fact that I'm able to talk about a fighter, give him that spotlight, give him the recognition that he deserves. Because I say this all the time. I have love and respect for every fighter that step in the ring and put his life on the line. Now, it might be a fighter that might say certain things, or move a certain way, or say certain things, or act a certain way, or whatever people might call these fighters out. But at the end of the day, everything these fighters go through, how they have to prepare, how they have to train, it's not easy. So that's why I respect every fighter, man. And I don't have. I'm gonna just be real with you, Chad. I'm not racist. I have love and respect for fighters from all around the world. Don't matter what continent you come from. No matter what country you come from. It doesn't matter your race, your nationality. I have love and respect for all fighters from all around the world.
Yeah,
And
that's
I'm
true.
never going. And that's just gonna be me, man. That's who Andrew Tucker World is. You know what I mean? I have love and respect for all of my brothers and sisters worldwide.
Yeah,
And the
man,
same thing.
that's rare. That's rare, man. That really is, man. Keep doing that, because honestly, in a racially charged world already, we don't like boxing shouldn't be something that we use as that. And so um, keep on doing what you're doing, man. I respect it and I love it, and I'll continue to support the channel, man.
I appreciate it, Chad, man. It was good. It was good. It was a good. It was a good boxing talk right here, man. Good boxing talks. I really enjoyed it. I appreciate you coming through, man. And I appreciate you supporting the channel. Much love and respect, my brother. You have a blessed night, man, and much love and respect.
Likewise. All right. Catch you later.
All right, later, brother.
All right. Bye.
My brother Ivan Gonzalez says Rigo can still make Inoue and Donaire look bad. To be honest, yeah, man. Rigondeaux is still a great fighter, one of the best fighters in the world, man. You know, what I mean, honestly, but it is what it is, man. Much respect to John Riel Casimero with the victory. Rigondeaux. Some people felt he won, but you know how boxing is, man. Yeah, that's just it is what it is. But I have respect for all fighters that fought tonight. Much love and respect to all the fighters that fought tonight. And it was tonight. I can honestly say it was a great night of boxing. You know what I mean? And I appreciate all you guys coming through to the live stream. Much love and respect to every single one of you guys. And just continue to support the channel. I'm gonna always be me. Always show love, always show respect, and talk about boxing. And that's what I am. I'm a boxing content creator, and I'm gonna always continue to put the work in. It's been a lot been going on lately, but I'm gonna do the best I can to continue to put out good content, do live commentary, do live streams, and make videos. Putting out good content, and so I appreciate every single one of you guys. Much love and respect to every single one of you guys. What a great night of boxing. Love you guys, and I'm out. Much love and respect.